క్లాస్ వాయిస్ వైబ్రేషన్ ఏముందంటే ఇది తగ్గిపోతుంది. ఇక్కడ చాప్ So today class just you are studying about that how you are converted the temperatures. The previous class you are already learned what is the scales of temperatures, how you are construct the scales of temperature, which formula must be obeyed for all scales of temperatures. Just you are recall that formulas and next you go to the how you are constructed the how you are converted the scales of temperatures and what is the average kinetic energy. The average kinetic energy, how it is related to the temperature, that concept you are discuss today class. So in the previous class, once I am recalling what are the concepts, what topics you are learned in the previous class. So in the previous class you are learned about the Celsius and Kelvin. So what is the relation between Celsius and Kelvin? C is equal to K minus 273 and another one K is equal to C plus 273. So these are the formulas we are learned in the previous classes. So the two formulas are based on the formula is that formula is common for all the temperature scales, that is upper fixing point minus lower fixing point by number of divisions is equal to some constant K. So based on this formula we are deriving C is equal to K minus 273 and K is equal to C plus 273. Just we are practice 2 or 3 problems based on this formulas. After that go to the another concept. So in this two formulas, what is the use? The units of the temperatures have two different units are there in SI system and CJ system. So the Kelvin is a unit of temperature in SI system, centigrade is unit of temperature in CJ system. So how you are converted the Celsius into Kelvin, how you are converted the Kelvin to Celsius, so that we are learned in the previous classes. Once you are practice about the questions, the type of questions, because of in 10th class SSC paper from the heat it is a 1 mark question, how you are converted the Celsius to Kelvin and Kelvin to Celsius. It is a 1 mark question, that's why. So once you are practice how you are converted the Celsius degrees to Kelvin and Kelvin to Celsius. Okay. So now, for example, the temperature T is equal to 20 degrees Celsius they give. T is converted into Kelvin. Okay. So what is the question? The temperature is at 20 degrees Celsius is convert into Kelvin scale. This is the question. After reading the question, first of all, we are understood about that question. What is that? They gave the temperature. They gave good. The temperature in which scale? C refers Celsius. Yes. So the temperatures they gave in Celsius, we are converted into Kelvin, means K. So that's why you want Kelvin. They gave me Celsius. I want K. So that what the formula is there? So K is equal to C plus 273. But what does C means? The value of the temperature in Celsius scale. So that's what is the given? C is how much? C is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. Simple. What is that? K is equal to, what is C value? 20 plus how much? 273. That is equal to 293 Kelvin. So remembering one thing here, for the Celsius I am taking a degree, but the Kelvin I am not taking, I am not taking degrees, because of in the previous class I am already explained that, because of the Kelvin scale, the temperature scale. In the science, the Kelvin scale is endless scale. Actually, we are taken as from minus 273 up to the infinity temperatures are there. Actually, the Kelvin temperatures. So that's why in the previous class, when I am introduced the Kelvin scale, I am explaining one thing. The Kelvin scale is taken only observations of the lab orientation. For the lab orientation, the lower fixing point, upper fixing points of the Kelvins are 273, 373 only. It is only lab orientation. So in generally, this is SI system of the temperature. So that's why these values are starting from minus 273 degrees Celsius to infinity like that. So that's why we are not putting degree for that Kelvin. But why you are take the degree for the Celsius? Because of the Celsius scale is not a wide scale. It is from the 0 to 100 only. That's all only that scale. 100 degrees only maximum. When you are measure the temperature scale, means that is based on the thermometers. We are measure the temperature of the Celsius. Minimum is 0. The maximum is 100 only. But the Kelvin is endless scale. But when you are taken Kelvin scale in the laboratory, that is 273 to 373 only. Okay. So that's why they gave the question T is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. There is a converter into Kelvin scale. First T means C they gave. So do you want Kelvin? Just add 273. The second question you are observing. Notice all of you. The temperature T is equal to, the temperature T is equal to 101 Kelvin is converted into Kelvin scale. So it is converted into Celsius scale. The first question is Celsius to Kelvin. The second question is they gave T is equal to 101 Kelvin converted into Celsius. So after that reading the question, just you are listen. Which temperature is converted to which temperature? First you are clear that. They gave the Kelvin is converted into Celsius. Means they gave K converted to Celsius. So that's why they gave the temperature in Kelvin. So that's why K taken as a 101. Do you want Celsius? See, that implies what is the formula? C is equal to K minus 273. So that's why C is equal to how much? 101 minus 273. So that's why we got how much? 3 minus 1 is a 2. 7 minus 0, 7. 7. And another one, 2 minus 1 is a 1. And another one that is equal, you got minus. So that's why what is the answer? 101 minus 273 is equal to 172. It is a converted to how much? Degrees Celsius. So they gave K is equal to 101. What is the formula? C is equal to K minus 273. What is the K value? 101 minus 273. 273 minus 101 is the gives 172 degrees. So it is a minus 172 degrees Celsius. And another one, third one. For example, temperature is equal to 97 degrees Celsius is converted into Kelvin scale. So this is the third question. After reading the question, just you are choose which scale they gave, which scale you are converted. They gave which scale? Celsius. So that's the Celsius means C. C is equal to how much? 97 degrees Celsius. So the Celsius is converted to Kelvin. What is the formula? So that implies K is equal to what is the formula? C plus 273. So that is equal to what is the value of C? 97. Substitute here 97 plus 273. So adding now 7, 3, 10, 0, 1, 8, 8 plus 9, 17, 7, 1. So you got how much? 370 Kelvin. 370 Kelvin. So that's why in the three questions you are understood that how you are converted to Celsius scale to Kelvin scale, how you are converted to Kelvin scale to Celsius scale. All of you remembering the two formulas. So you are all remembering the two formulas. You got 1 mark in SSC quiz. Are you clear now? So that's why based on this one, all of you practice based on some questions I will give you. So all of you practice that questions now. All of you practice. I will give some questions. First one, 172 degrees Celsius. Third one, second one, 80 degrees Celsius, and third one, 70 degrees Celsius. So simply remembering all of you, what is the difference between Celsius to Kelvin, Kelvin to Celsius? What is the difference? They gave the Celsius, just you are a shortcut method. They gave the Celsius, just you are adding 273. So adding for the 273 here, 273 here, 273 here. You got the answers. Are you clear? That is shortcut. An example, they gave the Kelvin, 100 degree Kelvin, 300 degree Kelvin, 400 degree Kelvin. It is a converted to Celsius. What is the formula? K minus 273. That's why you are subtracted the 273 here, 273 here, 273 here. Fix all of you, clear all of you. Simply they gave the Celsius, just you are adding 273. They gave the Kelvin, just you are subtracted 270. That's all only. You got easy 1 mark in the SSC public examination. Clear that all of you? Just in the Celsius games, simply adding 273 now. They gave the Kelvin, simply subtracted 273. So that's why in the three questions you are adding 273. In the three questions you are adding, you are subtracted 273. You got the answer. All of the students do that 6 questions. Are you clear? So in the Celsius means just you are adding 273, then you got the answer. For the 3 4, 5, 6, 4 and 5 and 6 questions you are subtracted. Are you clear? Good. So now I go to the next concept in that physics part 3. In part 3, just your practice temperatures how you are converted. So next I am studying the kinetic energy. So that is average. The average kinetic energy, how they related to the temperature. So the concept, second concept we are learning here, how the average kinetic energy, how they related to the temperature, that is our concept. So before entering into the concept, what is the kinetic energy? Just you will learn what is the kinetic energy. Do you know what is the temperature? In the previous class you will learn the temperature. The temperature is a fundamental physical quantity. It is gives influence of the heat energy. The temperature is gives the degrees of hotness or coldness. That is the information about the temperature. But you don't know what is the about an average kinetic energy. But do you know that what is the kinetic energy? First you are learn about that what is the kinetic energy. So after that, why you are use the average kinetic energy here? You are learn next. So do you know in the mechanics you are learn about that what is the kinetic energy? Energy possessed by a body, virtue of its motion. So that's why when a body is in moving, so that body possesses which energy? Kinetic energy. Yes. So but here you are observing the molecules, means air molecules or gas molecules or gas particles. So what you are observing in the gas particles, the gas particles are always, they are in a random motion, they are moving always. So what is the kinetic energy? The energy possessed by a body or molecules based on the condition of the motion. Motion means moving. Surrounding us you have air particles are there. The air particles are always in motion. So that's why it's a possess some kinetic energy. Are understood now? So that's why they are in motion. But in the air molecules are how many types of the motions are there here? For example, one air particle, just you are consider as one air particle. The air particles or gas molecules are moving, how many different types of the motions are there actually? So for example, so this is one of the air particle, this is the one of the surrounding room, just you are consider. So air particle is there. Remembering all of here. How many different chances are there for the motion of this molecule or particle, air particle? How many different motions are there actually? Mainly 3 different motions are there. One is moving in a linear path. That is a linear path. That particle moving in a linearly along x-axis or y-axis, what is that? Moving in a linear. Second one, the particle is rotated itself in a circular path. This is a rotated. The third one is vibrated, moving like this, to and fro motion. So, according to the kinetic energy, when body is in motion, it possesses how many? It possesses kinetic energy, but the molecules of the air gas particles are any molecules, air molecules are moving in how many types? 3 different types are there: linear, rotator and vibratory or oscillatory. So the gas particles are moving in 3 different ways. That is either be linear, either be rotator, either be vibrational. But in the 3 different motions, they are possessed which energies? Kinetic energies. That means one particle sometimes is moving in linear, sometimes it is moving in rotational, sometimes it is in vibrational. Means when a particle have 3 different chances to moving in one place to another place. So that's why how you are finding that it is in linear, it is in rotator, it is in vibration. How you are finding that? It is impossible. Can't see the gas particles. The surrounding air particles are there. Can't see. How you are finding that the motion? Either be linear, either be rotator, either vibrator. How you are finding that? It is impossible. So that's why the scientists are thinking like that. So in the 3 different ways are there. In the 3 different ways, it's possess how many different types of the energies are there? 3 different types of the energies are there. That energy is in linear, energy in rotational, energy in vibration. So there are three energies are there. Based on the three energies, we are introduced which energy is there, that is average kinetic energy. Or understood what is the average kinetic energy? The average energy of the gas molecule or gas particle moving in a surrounding systems or medium. It possesses the linear, rotatory and vibrational energies. In the three energies you should take as the average value, but average is called average kinetic energy. Okay, it is the explanation of the average kinetic energy. And another one is there. So the gas molecules are moving in any surrounding system. We should find that velocity. That velocity is also be taken as the average velocity. It is explained by the kinetic theory of gases. You are clearly, these are all are learning next year when you are joining the intermediate kinetic theory of the gases, and one chapter is there. On that chapter, you must learn what is the energy, what is the average energy, what is the velocity. The root means square velocities, different velocities are there. So that's why the particle possess the velocities are along the linear, along the rotator, along the vibrational. So the three, how many energies are possessed? Three energies are possessed by the one gas molecule. So that's why should taken as an average. So that is called average kinetic energy. This is called K of ABC. So this is information about that average kinetic energy. Are you clear? What is the average kinetic energy? A gas molecules are possess the three different types of energies are there. So that's why we should take average of that energy is called average kinetic energy. Sum of the energy by number of the energies like that. So this kinetic energy, how is related to the average kinetic energy? How is related to the temperature? We are learning now. Are you clear? So before that, do you know what is the kinetic energy? Particles are motion. So it is how related to the temperature. For example, I am observing the three different conditions in a chamber. So actually here gas molecules are there. Here also air or gas molecules are there. Air and gas molecules are there. So here the temperature of the gas molecules is 40 degrees Celsius. Here the temperature of the gas molecule is 40 degrees Celsius. Here 40 degrees Celsius. Here 80 degrees Celsius. Whatever it is. 80. Here 20. Here 40. Here 80. So you are observing here. Here temperature is low. So that's why gas molecules are moving in a randomly, very slow like that. Here slow. But here temperature is how much? 80. So that's why they are moving very fast. Means very high velocity. But here they are moving in a medium manner. So greater than here, less than here. So here the particles are there. The particles are moving. The motion of the particles are depend upon the temperatures here. The temperature is lower, they are moving slowly. The temperature is higher, they are moving very fastly. The temperature is medium, they are moving here more than the velocity of the particles are more than 20 degrees and less than the 80 degrees. So that's what you are observing here. The slow, medium, fast means slow means velocity is low, medium means velocity is a medium, fast means what? The velocity is more. So kinetic energy related to velocity. So that's why where the velocity is more, the kinetic energy is more. Where the velocity is medium, the kinetic energy is medium. Medium means less than the higher, lower than the higher, more than the lower. So that's why here. So that's the velocity is what you are observing. Velocity at 20 degrees centigrade and velocity 40 degrees centigrade and velocity 80 degrees centigrade. What you are observing? The velocity at 40 degrees centigrade is greater than the velocity at 20 degrees centigrade. So that's why the velocity at 80 degrees centigrade is greater than the velocity at 40 degrees centigrade. So based on what you are taken, kinetic energy also. The kinetic energy is greater than, less than kinetic energy at 40 degrees centigrade, the kinetic energy 40 degrees centigrade is less than the kinetic energy of 80 degrees centigrade. So what you are observing here? So the kinetic energy is also related to the temperature because velocity is also changing. So that's why the kinetic energy is ABC. Kinetic energy at 20 degrees centigrade is less than ABC. Kinetic energy at 40 degrees centigrade and average kinetic energy at 80 degrees centigrade. Because of the velocities are changing, kinetic energies. So from these relations, the kinetic energy is related to the temperature. How? Temperature is increases. What happened? The temperature will be increases. Kinetic energy is also increases. So that's why the average kinetic energy of the particles is directly proportional to the temperature. Are you clear now? The average kinetic energy of the particle is directly proportional to its temperature. So that's why you are taken that average kinetic energy ABC is directly proportional to temperature. Here remembering all of you, temperature is a absolute. Or it is also taken as a Kelvin. So the average kinetic energy of the particles is directly proportional to temperature. Remembering all of you. The temperature means absolute temperature, nothing but Kelvin, not related to the Celsius. Because of you should take as a SI system. Only you should consider as a SI system means the kinetic theory of gases must be taken in an SI system manner. So that's why we are average kinetic energy directly proportional to absolute temperature only. So that's why the average kinetic energy is proportional to the absolute temperature. Are you clear? So from this concept in SSC we got a half mark question. Half mark question. What is the half mark question? Simple bit orientation. The average kinetic energy of the gas is a dash, directly proportional to dash. They ask it. What is that? The average kinetic energy is directly proportional to the dash, which physical quantity asking. The average kinetic energy is directly proportional to which physical quantity? That is a temperature. Which temperature? Absolute temperature. Remembering all of you, not only general temperature. It is directly proportional to the which temperature? Absolute temperature. Are you clear? So that's why it is a half mark bit. What is the half mark bit? In the heat chapter, the average kinetic energy of the gas molecules is directly proportional to the temperature, absolute temperature. Are you clear? It is a half mark question. So that's why average kinetic energy of the particle directly proportional to the absolute temperature. What is the absolute temperature? Absolute temperature means we are considered as a Kelvin scale, not a degree Celsius. Are you clear? So this is the concept you are learning in this class. So in this class we are learning two different concepts are there. One is how you are converted to Celsius to Kelvin, Kelvin to Celsius. Another one is average kinetic energy. The average kinetic energy means the energy possessed by gas molecules are, how many types are there? Three types are there. Three types are, one is a linear, another one is a rotator, another one is a vibrational. Three different energies are there. So this average is taken as a kinetic energy. Average is proportional to the absolute temperature. Absolute temperature.